Wagwan YouTube, Fikod here. Welcome to today's Destiny 2 video. In today's video we're going to be talking about subclasses in Destiny 2, so a very interesting topic indeed. Which means if you enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button down below, and of course if you want more content like this from me, be sure to subscribe. But anyway, let's begin. So in Destiny 2 subclasses have had an overhaul. We're seeing all new abilities introduced and some old ones readjusted. The whole skill tree system has been completely replaced with a new streamlined branch system, which is now more based on playstyle. So there are lots of changes to discuss across all three classes, but first we're going to talk about the Titan. Titans in Destiny 2 appear to have two subclasses. Firstly, the Striker subclass. It is returning, but with a few changes. First of all, its Fist of Havoc is now a roaming super. You will now be able to slam multiple times. Strikers are also getting a new ability which allows them to spawn a shield for extra protection in combat situations. The second is the Sentinel class. The Sentinel class appears to have replaced the Defender class by allowing Guardians to essentially have a remote Ward of Dawn. But unlike the Defender class in Destiny 1, the Sentinels also have some sort of attack capability like we see here. The shield can be thrown at enemies and will bounce from target to target. And in this clip here, it looks like the Sentinels have a new shoulder charge ability similar to what Strikers have in Destiny 1 right now. So the new Sentinel subclass looks very cool. It looks like it's going to turn you into Captain America. Hunters are also getting two new subclasses in the Destiny sequel. The first is the new Arccaster subclass, which seems to be a replacement or an upgrade on the classic Blade Dancer. The Arc Blade appears to have been swapped out for some kind of spear or staff that turns your Guardian into a deadly acrobat. From the gameplay we've seen of this super, it appears to make your Guardian very quick and very nimble indeed. The Gunslinger is also returning with a few changes, most notably the perk 6 Shooter, which allows you to have 6 golden gunshots, but to compromise, the super will last a significantly less amount of time. For me, this looks like a PvE orientated perk, which in my eyes is very welcome for the Gunslinger, seeing as how in Destiny 1 it is far too PvP orientated. Gunslingers also have a new ability called the Dodge, which allows you to essentially shade step, but also reload your gun or generate melee energy depending on which perk you pick. Warlocks, in my opinion, have the coolest abilities of them all. They have an all new subclass called Dawnblade, which is a bit more of a super than its predecessor, Sunsinger. Dawnblade gives Warlocks the ability to hurl flaming swords and obliterate their enemies. Similar to Arcstrider, Dawnblade has a Fist of Havoc-like slam attack which again will destroy enemies in the surrounding area. Dawnblade also gives Warlocks the ability to place a healing pool on the ground, which will give them increased recovery or damage, again depending on which perk is selected. It isn't 100% clear what the other subclass Warlocks are getting, but from what we've seen it is most likely going to be Voidwalker. We know this mainly down to the fact we saw Ikora Rey use a Nova Bomb during the gameplay reveal to destroy a Red Legion ship. The changes coming to Nova Bomb and Voidwalker are yet to be announced, but from what we've seen, it looks essentially the same. Although in this clip here, we see Ikora Rey teleporting, or rather blinking Cade into the safety of Zavala's bubble. Does this mean Voidwalkers will now be able to teleport their teammates? Well, no, I guess we'll have to see, but for me, I'd welcome this change as it would give Warlocks the option of playing a more supportive role, something they're lacking at the moment in Destiny 1. So lots of new abilities, but where are we getting these powers from? Well, what about this Shard of the Traveller that's towering above the European Dead Zone, one of the new destinations we'll be exploring in Destiny 2. According to Bungie developer Mark Noseworthy, this Shard of the Traveller was discarded during the collapse and is now corrupted. And as we can see, it's leaking out blue energy which is said to be corrupting the forests around it. Is this where we'll be getting our new abilities? Are we going to be harnessing the power of this corrupted chunk of Traveller, or are we going to heal it so it can help us fight back against the Cabal invasion and its leader Dominus Gaul? Of course, we don't know anything for certain, but what we do know is the European Dead Zone is the first destination we visit, and we know to bring the Vanguard back together from all their different planets, we'll need new abilities, and I can't see us not jumping on our Sparrow to investigate this corrupted light. Something to take note in terms of powers is that no Taken King subclasses appear to be making a return in any way. Titans have no Sunbreaker or Solar subclass, Hunters have no Void or Night Stalker equivalent, and Warlocks have no Arc or Stormcaller replacement. It is possible we could see these classes at launch, but they're just being kept secret for now. But for me, I can't help but feel we'll see these subclasses return in some form through DLC, most likely in the Taken King size expansion we're expecting at the end of 2018, although this expansion hasn't even been confirmed yet, but it is pretty likely. Something I briefly mentioned earlier was the fact Zavala uses the Ward of Dawn during the Cabal invasion. This is strange due to the fact the Defender class, which harnesses the Ward of Dawn, is not coming to Destiny 2 as far as we know. Could this mean it will be in Destiny 2 but it's being kept secret? Or does it mean it will be present at the start of the game until the Traveller is detained, and after the Traveller is detained we'll lose it? Again, we'll have to see. This is all speculation, but I would love the Defender class to return later down the line, maybe in a year or two. So it looks like we're going to have a lot of abilities to try out when Destiny 2 launches in September, or even earlier depending on what we're getting in the beta. They all look really good. The new subclasses are very unique, and the old subclasses have had good improvements. Something I like about all these new subclasses is the fact they all seem like they're usable in both PvE and PvP. For example, Gunslingers now have the ability to DPS bosses due to the new 6-shooter perk, and Defender Titans, or rather the new Sentinels, have the ability to attack enemies with lethal precision by throwing their shield. So good improvements all round in my opinion, but what I want to know is, what do you guys think about all these new subclasses? Tell me in the comment section below, which are you looking forward to using the most, and which do you think are going to dominate the Crucible? And yeah, that about wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then remember to slap that like button down below, and if you're feeling generous, sharing this video would be awesome too. It does help my channel grow. If you want more content like this from me, be sure to subscribe. I have lots more Destiny 2 videos in the pipeline, and you won't want to miss a thing. If you'd like to be notified for when I upload, make sure you hit the bell next to subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. But in the meantime, I've been Fikod the Man. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh.